Welcome to another episode of Low Budget Shooting. Today is a rainy day, so I'm not going to be able to shoot. So what I'm going to do is I am going to do a in-depth review on the 500 Magnum. The 500 Magnum is one of those guns that you either love or you hate it, and I've seen a bunch of channels where people have shot it, but I want to go over it in depth, and let's just go ahead and start. Or not. I think before we can really start on this, we should probably go into a little bit of history. In 1936, Elmer Keith decided to take the 38 special round and turn it into a 357 Magnum, and the first gun that it was put in was the Model 27, like this one right here. Well, actually, before it was called the Model 27, it was actually called the Register Magnum in 1936, and you ordered it from Smith & Wesson Custom. In 1954, they wanted to go into production, and they went ahead and made what they called the pre-model 27, which is this firearm right here, and then they actually called it in 1955 or 56. They only made it for a couple of years. They called it the pre-model 27, or they called it the Model 27, and then that's pretty much how this one started. In 1956, I believe it was, Elmer Keith decided the 357 Magnum wasn't enough, so he came out with the 44 Magnum, and that was put in the Model 29. Now, he was working with Smith & Wesson on this before he, and Smith & Wesson was going to do the Model 29, but believe it or not, somehow Ruger got a hold of it, and they actually came out with it before the Model 29 came out. So now you got the 357 Magnum and the 44 Magnum right here. So there was a bunch of other people that were trying to make bigger, more powerful handguns at the time, and you know, you had the 454 Casull and stuff like that come out. Well, in 2003, in the SHOT Show, they introduced the 500 Magnum, which, as you can see, is much bigger than the other ones here. And this right here is a 4-inch version of the Model 500 Magnum, and I purchased this one for $800 in an auction, and and this one was made in 2005. And then I bought this one for $900 in an auction. This is the 8 3/8 barrel version of it. Let me back up a little bit here so we can get the whole entire thing in. And this one was made in 2007, and in 2007 they introduced this little high-vis sight that was on there, and it's interchangeable. There's a black blade that you can put on it. The 500 Magnum comes with a range of bullets. This one right here is a 300 grain bullet, and this is a 440 lead grain bullet, and then you can go all the way up to 700 grain. I've got a 350 hollow point that I load in this, and this right here is a 550 grain bullet that you can use, and then this is the 300 Hornady are the ones that I use. Because of the different types of bullets that you can use, there's a couple of different compensators that are on the front of the gun, and I'm going to go to this one because I've already got it loose. So they've got a compensator on it, and there's 6 ports that are on the top of it right here. And what you do is you use an Allen wrench. You can just put it in the front of it and loosen it. I've already got this one loose, and you can twist this and then slide it out. Now, what's different about these right here is another one comes with the gun, and this one's a little bit longer, as you can see right there. And what's interesting about it, it doesn't have ports on top of it like this one does. It has one in the front. And the other difference is the front of this thing, the diameter, the inside diameter where the bullet comes out is a little different. This one right here, the one that has the compensators on top, is 0.92, and the longer one right here with the one compensator in the front is 0.94. Now, I have looked to try to find out why they made 2 different ones on here, but what I've been told, what I'm hearing, it's because of the lead cast bullets. there may be some expansion with the lead, and you need the bigger diameter opening for it. So you got two of these. I don't believe that there would be any problem just keeping one on the gun, anyways, that's what those two guys are for. So you just stick the Allen wrench in here, back this puppy out, and tighten that up, and that stays in there. So the truth about the gun, these things kick like hell. There's no doubt about it, they kick like hell. It's a 5-round revolver. They're heavy because they have a crap load of pressure in them when they shoot, and they, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, they kick like hell. And when you're holding them, you know, they want to come back. What I've done, there's a company here that's called Grip Swell, and they make a shooting glove for it, and there's a palm grip in it that is padded. And I do use these on here because the Hogue grips, even though they're soft, they still kick. And this is, like I said earlier, is a gun you either love it or you hate it. I totally enjoy shooting this firearm, and I'm going to be putting some videos in here about how it kicks. What's really funny is you would think that the 4-inch one kicks more. I find this one to be softer. I don't know why. I guess it's because the bullet leaves the barrel so fast, so that you don't get as much snap to it. This one right here, this kicks pretty damn hard. You'd think because it's heavier that it wouldn't kick so much, but it definitely does. And I have a Magnum Research 4570, and it's a heavy gun like this, and you would think the 4570, I mean, that's a huge bullet. You would think that would have a lot of kick, but I find it to be a softer kick. It's not as violent. This thing is a quick, sharp blam, where the 4570 is more of a longer boom, and when it's pushing your hand back, it's not so much a snap, but more like a softer push. Don't get me wrong, the Magnum Research 4570, if you'd never shot one of these things before, you're going to say it kicks like hell too. But I'm telling you, after you shoot a 500 Magnum, it's a totally different kind of kick. I will also tell you that if you shoot one of these two guys first, and then you go to a 44 Magnum, the 44 Magnum feels like a 22. I swear, I used to think this gun kicked pretty hard. After shooting these guys right here, the 44 Magnum really is nothing. It's a powerful gun, but it is not anything on the level of these guys right here. There is a big flash that comes out between the cylinder and the barrel on this. You can't get away from it. I mentioned in this other video I'll be showing that people have put hot dogs, they've taped them across here, chicken legs. When this thing fires, it will blow them clean in half. And when you've got it on a gun rest, you better make sure there's nothing else around, because it's like a blowtorch. It'll cut right through it. The first shot, I'm shooting at a steel target about 50 yards down range, and let's see what it does. Okay, that already put a nice split in it. And that. Ouch! That's why you wear safety glasses. So basically 2 shots completely destroyed the bag. Another interesting fact on this gun is it's a sleeved barrel. Let me take this out and you may be able to see it. So in the barrel, I don't know if you can see it, but this is actually a sleeve that's in there, and there's a special tool that they use to twist this down inside. I've read that you can't remove it once it's in there because there's some kind of a pin, and I don't know where the pin is, but there's a pin in there that stops that from being removed after it's put in there. Somebody in the comment section can tell me different if they know different on it, but that's what I've read on it. There. Accuracy. This little 4-inch barrel, I love this thing. This thing is super accurate. Now, obviously, I've got a loophole scope on this one, and it's accurate too. But I'm actually really amazed. I have a video where I do some attempt to recreate some trick shooting, and I tried to shoot the edge of a playing card with this, which I actually succeeded in doing from about, I'd say, 30 feet. Ruh-roh. 500 Magnum is just a brutal gun. And this is amazingly accurate. The triggers on them, I mean, they are, when you go to the single action mode, I mean, I'm barely pulling on this. Matter of fact, I'm going to go get the my trigger measuring tool. So let's see what the trigger pull is on this guy. £4. Actually, I gotta be honest with you. To me, it felt like it was lighter than that, but it's very crisp. It's very, very crisp. £4 right on the button. And the double action of it too. The double action is smooth. It's a lot, you know, but I mean, but it is. It's very smooth. There's no crunchy mechanism, no crunchy feel in it. And let's just see what if this one does the same. Oops, let's go this way. And let's see where we're at with this one. Man, that's £4 right on the button. Well, talk about consistency in manufacturing. So anyways, you got £4 squeeze on it. Like, I can't recommend to you to buy one of these or not. I got to tell you, they're mostly, I would consider this pretty much a useless firearm, in the fact that unless you are up hunting polar bears in the Kodiak, you know, you're not going to want to carry this thing in a holster. I don't even know why the 4-inch was made, to be honest with you. I really don't, unless, like I said, it's a sidearm and you're in a place like Africa where there's lots of creatures that really could eat you. For hunting in the United States, I mean, I've shot .44 Magnum at deer and it's gone through a deer. I know that you could drop an elk with a lot of firearms that are smaller than the 500 Magnum. I guess if you're hunting moose or something, maybe that's what this thing would be for. The other purpose that you have one of these for is just because you're a manly man and you just want to be like Scott on Kentucky Ballistics and shoot these suckers with one hand. Other than that, it's just a cool gun for me. I collect guns and I love shooting. I love the sound. I love the power of it. It annihilates water bottles and everything you shoot at. But as far as if you were going to sit here, if you buy one of these new, you don't get it in an auction, you're going to spend probably $1,200 to $1,500 on it. And keep in mind, these bullets, they're $2 a piece, $2.30 a piece. When I reload them, I'm probably reloading them for around $1 a piece. So, I mean, think about it. You go $10 every time you empty the cylinder on it. It's definitely not a plinking gun. So I think it's one of those guns where you just tell everybody you got a 500 Magnum, just like Desert Eagles. I don't own one of those because that's another gun that I just don't have any desire to own. I know people are going to write in the comment section below on that. So, all right, let's finish out with watching a couple of videos. I hope you enjoyed this kind of in-depth review on the 500 Magnum. Hopefully it helps you with your decision as to whether or not you want to buy one. Thanks for watching, and subscribe down below, and shoot safe. See ya. Bye. Do it. Hello, live 是现在跟我来了，for the back, ja. See ya, bye.